Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. Between our visitors and our home team. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half. But it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the Portland Snowhawks. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, we look at this Portland team entering play. They come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight. On the other side of the field for our visitors here, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down here as the penalty flags come in right away, and we may have a face mask here right at the start. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Brent, I think we can see early on they're making a concerted effort to get him the football. So to me, that means they like the matchup that they have. They feel like he's better than the guys that are covering him. 2
plays, 2 passes. We'll see if they go back to that well. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Looking to throw. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Break. 56 at the mic. Arnie. Shoot.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. A week ago, they dominated in the trenches. They got in the backfield for 5 sacks, setting the tone there, one on the opening drive.
And it sets the tone for the opposing team, doesn't it? Remember when you were a kid and you went to the theater and saw that horror movie and it stuck with you for a while and you were a little bit jumpy? Well, if you saw 5 sacks the previous week and you're the quarterback, you might be a little jumpy as well. It might throw off his timing.
Yeah, it'd be jumpy, but sorry, Bob and Linda wouldn't let me see a PG movie until I was 17.
Well, that's just good parenting.
They'll set up to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point safely through. And that makes the score 7-0. So the drive there took 6 plays. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it has permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give a better chance to lead the team to wins.
Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Now a give, right side. Corbett. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. This caught by Royal. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Not too many teams will use a first-round pick on a tight end, so you know that when one does, he's got to be pretty darn special.
A small example of why they took him in the first round there. Nice little catch and run to get the good yardage. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Back to throw. Barnes. In trouble, and he's taken down. And, partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything. Nowhere to go with the football. But my question is, why didn't he throw it away?
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Looking to throw. Barnes. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime you didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 46. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop, but that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything, so it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And on that one, with 6 defensive backs, did he need to be more careful throwing the football? I mean, I guess obviously in hindsight he did, but...
Yeah, hindsight, but even in foresight, when you got 6 defensive backs on the field, you just know you're going to get multiple coverages. You're never sure what you're going to see. But the biggest one is you don't have much reaction time for your receivers to go get the football because those guys, they're the best cover guys on the field. They go get it. And on that play, they took it the other way for 6 points.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. So here's the home side to take over on offense.
Ready, set. Check his mic. Coming this way. Here we go.
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to keep it here. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, Pittman. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
That's what I love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. And they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Let's go. Watch tight end. Tight right. Snap. Check.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Moody. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. These two teams all tied after one. 3rd and 15 here after the first and second down plays went in the wrong direction. They'll set up a throw. He's going to air one out. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5.
Interception, baby. All day. All day.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
So here are visitors to take over on offense. And they got across the 50 last time but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand up.
Off play action. Barnes.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Well, they did go run, so you were right. Maybe a little more breathing room for 4th down.
Well, no one wants to be accused of playing it safe, right? But instead, they would just reverse it and say, we're playing it smart.
So they bring out their punter. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And he's been fun to watch run the football. We know he can pass, but using his legs effectively here in this one.
No doubt about it. Watch him maneuver in the pocket, out of the pocket, making the plays that he's making, which are breaking down the defense. I thought back to when we had our morning jog before the game, and I couldn't keep up with you. Those legs, they're valuable for his team.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll try the left side. Pittman. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. Back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Robertson. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. That catch, by the way, number 505 of his career, and that ties him with a couple of other tight ends for the past, Frank Wycheck and Dallas Clark.
And those guys were excellent players, but how about what we're seeing right now? 505 and rising. What a nice career he's put together.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
Back to throw now on first down. Buying time to his left. He'll try and run it. And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted for guy as a runner. Well, even on a passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner, and he turned it into a nice gain.
A very nice run, and it turns into 6 points. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 14-7. Just a 4-play drive that time. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here are visitors to take over on offense. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first two drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
They'll run on first down. Corbett, he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Barnes. He finds his target, Royal. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one goes for 24 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. All that, and it only nets him a yard. It's 2nd down.
60 out long. Get him, boys. 51 to Mike.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Barnes. Royal making the catch over the middle. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Pryor has it complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Looking to throw. Barnes. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Here's 2nd and 8. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Back to throw. Barnes. That's complete right around the 8. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here is the home side to take over on offense. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half.
He's got a man complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. He's going to take off with it. And he gets it down to the 32. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. From the gun on 3rd down, Livingston. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Looking to throw. Livingston. And he floats one there, incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the league here in the unofficial midway point, Week 8 of the NFL season. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This one taken from the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off because they do know that they are trying.
Yeah, well, we've seen the 4 sacks so far in this contest. They'll keep it on the ground. Corbin. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Back to throw. Barnes. Well, this is brought in by Pryor. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
On first down, Corbin takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now.
Give me something.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Down. 90 Wolf. 2 right here. Exit. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Barnes. This will be caught inside the 10. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. In for the score. And his guys are going to retake the lead.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 17-14. A drive that time of 6 plays. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Throwing on 1st down. Livingston over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Livingston. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
This quarterback now 3 out of 5 since taking over as he's given his guys a 1st down. From the gun, Livingston. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
They'll run on 1st down. Pittman. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys have once again taken the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent. Just the 1 touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader. Making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. They'll like that.
I just want you to know that you agreeing with me, that's going to get me through this 3rd and 4th quarter. Are you touched? He's patting his heart, boys and girls. He's touched.
Respect.
And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. A big play there. 47 yards. Trailing here in the 3rd, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Looking to throw. Barnes under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Throwing on 3rd and long. Barnes. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, this from 37. And his kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So here's the home side to take over on offense. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of a defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
And all the way down to the 35. And what a big-time play there. 41 yards.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 7 yards the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
At the 13-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, Livingston. His pass caught at the 4. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Extra point attempt to come here. And with that, the lead is up to 8. So that drive spanned 5 plays. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. Shreds the tackle. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So here are visitors to take over on offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
First play of the drive in their hip pocket. Of course, the focus here has to be the touchdown of the 2-point conversion. Field goals are going to help you.
Yeah, but how about that first play of the drive? Just to get them started, nice gain, got some positive momentum going. They're on their way, and they don't have to rush.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. 2nd and 5. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Barnes going up top, and that's caught inside the 30. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Here we go! 70, Indy. Don't get nervous, man. We ain't beginning to clear you up. Don't get to go.
On first down, Corbett. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Barnes.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. 4th quarter, like you said, down on the scoreboard. And remember here, a field goal virtually does them no good. Here we go on 4th down. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year, as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter.
So they got the touchdown they needed to cut this to 2, but now they've got to get back to the huddle. No celebration time. Got to figure out what they're going to do on the 2-point conversion.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
You got 3 down.
They'll look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. But he is not going to make it. It's a big play by the defense, and they're going to hold on to their 2-point lead. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So here's the home side to take over on offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Inside of 2 minutes remaining in a 2-point ball game. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come.
They'll keep it on the ground. Pittman. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And on now is the punter, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The situation for him offensively as follows. Down on the scoreboard. At time, a huge factor. Needing at least 40 yards, you'd have to think, to have a shot. Back to throw. The open man is Clark, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They'll look to throw. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Back to throw.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. You've got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. He's back to throw.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. And his kick is right there. It's good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year, but he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
56, the mark for 56, check 56. Here we go, team.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still